Good morning and welcome to Zen Fits and the Art of Movies. Zen and the Art of Movies. Let's look at Avatar again. Let's look at Avatar in relationship to No King's Day. What's the similarity? In other words, to discover the Zen or the art of movies, you have to make connections between the movie and your everyday life. This is vital. We go to the movies, it's just a movie. What does it have to do with me? It's entertainment. Yeah, I like it. But what does it have to do with my life? What does it have to do with America? What does it have to do with what's going on? You see, it's just a movie. Now, what was the critical point of Avatar was that there was a war between the machine people and the living people, the Navi, and the machine people, the sky people, or the humans, you see. So it was a war between the machine and the living life, which was very vulnerable. But what saved the day? What tipped the balance in this war? Well, there was one post I got it, and our great mother does not take sides. She protects only the balance of life. Our great mother does not take sides. She doesn't come in to slay one side or the other. She protects the balance. Now, what is the balance of America? The Constitution. The Constitution. And what was No King's Day but arousing the great mother, just like an Avatar, who comes in to restore balance. This No King's Day was not a revolution, was not a protest. Protests were usually against some obstacle where you get a police law, revolution, French Revolution, the Russian Revolution. All these revolutions were violent. People rose up against an entrenched authority who came out with the soldiers. So you had the people against the soldiers. Just like in Avatar, you had the people, the Navi, against the machines. This Confederacy, the Civil War, was fought in that mythology. The South thought they were the real people, the human people, the heroic people, and the North was the machine. And it's just flipped today. So MAGA people, Trump people, think they're the real human people, the Navi people, the true humans, and the liberals are the machine, the machine people, the stormtroopers, you see. It's all mythology, it's all movies. But No King's Day was awakening the Great Mother. Just think about it. All the people all over the country rose up, and they didn't march like an army. They didn't have broomsticks and pitchforks. They didn't have their muskets. They didn't have their guns stored in their basement. They didn't come to turn the government over. They came to dance. They came to celebrate. It was a costume party. It was like the Tea Party. It was a celebration of the people. There were old people, young people, liberal people, Republican people, Democratic people, liberal, all the people dancing, walking, arousing together. That was what it was amazing. And that was what happened in Avatar. The Great Mother came to restore balance, you see. America's lost its balance. It's lost its checks. You see, the Great Mother, democracy, is the playground, is the invention of the Great Mother, thinking mythology, thinking like a movie. The Great Mother created a playground called democracy where all the children can play, but with checks and balances, so no one child can become a bully of the other children. And if one child becomes a bully and tries to kick out any other children from playing, the mother comes to restore balance. She doesn't deport anybody. She just restores the playground rules, which, in our case, is the Constitution. The Constitution is the rules of our democracy, which is a playground for all the people. But we've lost that. We used to have it. I remember back before Nixon, the Republicans and the Democrats fought like hell during the day, but after work they went to the bar and had a drink together. It was play. But then it became serious. Then it became a deadly sport. Then it became saving souls. So the Republicans, the GOP, wanted to save the souls of America because the liberals, the Democrats, were evil. And it became a religious war. And you can't have a religious war and a playground in the same space. When you have a playground, there is no religion, there's play. And that's what the No King's Day was. It was an arousing of play, the play of the people. And it was massive. And it was joyous. And it can't be stopped. Because it's a non-violent revolution. Not a violent revolution. A violent revolution can be stopped. You just make your army bigger. Which is the game Trump is playing. You see, the game of suppression with ICE wants to freeze everything. You know, it's like in the movies where all the people are frozen in ice. You see, so he wants to freeze change. He wants to freeze America. He wants to freeze the people. But the people rose up in warm water, in play, in laughter, in joyous celebration. You see, and the joy was in the people being free to have solidarity as the people and not special people, not chosen people, not rulers and losers, not winners and losers, you see. On No King's Day, everybody won. On No King's Day, there was no divisions. It was a costume party, like the Tea Party. Remember that? That changed the Republican Party. Well, this is a bigger Tea Party. No King's Day is the awakening of the Great Mother. And you're thinking mythologically, you got the Father, God, and you got the Mother Goddess. Well, in the Western mythology, the Mother has been repressed. And only the Father rules. The Father knows best. Father, God, Father. It's the pyramid, you see. The Father, the God at the top, the Father next, the woman next, the children. A pyramid, you see. And this is what the patriarchy wants to restore. Keep the pyramid there. God the Father, men the Father, women supporting, children obeying. Yada, 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 down the pyramid. And according to Reagan, if you put all the wealth at the top in the men, it'll trickle down to the women and the children and the workers, you see. The trickle down over the pyramid, you see. When the people rise, that destroys the pyramid. The pyramid is destroyed, and instead of a pyramid, you have a circle. The symbol of the geometric symbol of democracy in the people is a circle. There is no head. There is no hierarchy. It's a circle. So you have a war of the goddess, which is the circle, and against the pyramid of the patriarchy. The pyramid and the circle are at war. And we're in a mythological geometry today, you see. But the No King's Day was a rising of the circle and the great goddess. And the goddess always wins. The great goddess always wins. So the patriarchy should be afraid. The mountains should shake and tremble. Because when the people rise, it's like warm water and the iceberg just begins to melt and melts. Thanks for dropping in. Tune in. Stay tuned and we'll see you next time.